Here let's write something called variable actor equal to I'll write Peter. Okay, and let me print that one, console.log what is that, actor. Okay, now let me copy this entire thing. I'm gonna paste this thing in m2.js. okay, I just pasted the same thing, but here let's change the name. Let me write here something called Krish. Okay, now you can see m1 is having the same code, but only the name is different, Peter. M2 is also having the same code, but the name is different, Krish. Okay, now let me go to m3. Now here let's require that m1 and m2 module. Okay, so for that I'm gonna write require, and then I'm gonna give double quotes and then / it gonna suggest me m1. I'm gonna copy this one, I'll copy this one and I'll paste it on the next line, and here I'll type m2. Okay, now guys, tell me, what do you think the output will come? Will it just print Peter, or will it just print Krish, or will it throw some ambiguity error or some conflict will happen? So guys, let's see what we'll get. I'm gonna type here node m3.js. okay, you can see guys, we got Peter and we got Krish. See, even though both are having the same variable actor and here also actor, but still we did not get any ambiguity error or conflict happened. It's just printed Peter and Krish both. Now how this is happening? So guys, this is happening because in Node, each module has its own scope. That means whatever the variables, whatever the functions, whatever the code that you write in a module, that code will be private to that module. It will not be leaked or exposed outside until we intentionally expose it outside. Okay, so that is how it is working. Now the question is how this is happening. Like how the code is being protected from one module to another module. So that is happening by the concept called immediately invoked function expression in JavaScript. Yes guys, that is happening by the help of IIFE in JavaScript. Okay, so let me open another window and let me explain you what I'm saying. So for that I'm gonna open one more window. You can see guys, here I've created one more folder, mod2, and here I have two files, box1 and box2. You can see in the box1 it's empty. Now let's create a variable called fname. Okay, I'm gonna give it as Srikanth. Now let's type something called function. Let's say hello, and let me write here something called console.log. I'm gonna print that function. So let me write here fname again. Okay, now let's call that function here, say hello. Okay, awesome. Now let's copy the entire thing. Let's paste it here again, and now this time I'm gonna type here something called Sathelli. Okay, and also let's add one more line of code here. So I'm gonna write here console.log. Let's put here 1, just for understanding it is the first function. Okay, now let me copy this thing again. Okay, let me copy this thing here, and I'm gonna come here and let's paste it here. Here let's write 2. Okay, now let's print this. I'm gonna write node box1.js. Okay, you see guys, it is calling or invoking or printing only second function. You can see in both times we got 2 only. Let me maximize this one. You see, now even if I copy the function again, and if I type one more time, so let's do that again. Let me take this one, let me paste it here, and let me write this time, maybe let's write Krish again, and I'm gonna put here 3. You see, now it will print again 3 only, I mean the third function. So let's run this again. You see, we got 3 again. We got different variable names. The function it's calling only the third one. So this is happening because we all know that in JavaScript, if the function names are, if the function or method names are same, the function or the method that is defined at last will override the functions or methods that are defined earlier. Okay, so there is that. Yeah, this is what I told. So let me copy this one. Let's go above and let's paste it here. You see, in JavaScript, if there are 2 methods with same name defined within same scope, the method that is defined last will override the previous method. So that is what happening here. All the functions are having same name. That is why it is executing only the function which is at the last or which is defined at the bottom. Okay, this is how it works actually. Here my problem is that whatever the function name I have written, whatever the function or variable code, whatever I have written, I don't want anybody or any other developers to use the same names, because that is polluting global scope, right? I have written say hello and the other guy is also using the same name. Now this is overriding mine. That means my function doesn't have any value. Yes or no? It's polluting the global scope, right? So to eradicate or to overcome this problem, we can use something called immediately invoked function expression. Okay, so the syntax of that is very simple. Let me copy this one. Let's go here and let's paste it here at the starting. So let's take some space here. I'm gonna paste it here. You see guys, this is a function expression. That is why it doesn't have to have a name. Okay, we just need to put one parenthesis at starting and we have to close it afterwards, right? And then we can invoke it right here itself. That is why it is called as anonymous or immediately invoked function expression. Okay, so let me unhide this one and I'll just comment this out. Okay, so what we'll do is that let's copy this entire thing and let's put this inside my IIFE. Okay, yeah, awesome. Now let's see what we'll get in the output. So before that, let me cut this third function. Let me cut this one. Yeah, awesome. Now let me print that. Yeah, you see guys, now it is printing 1 and then it is printing 2. That means the ambiguity issue is solved. This is not causing any duplication or any ambiguity issues with the other functions, even though they both having same names, because my scope is different. These variables, these functions are limited to my scope itself, my function scope itself. That is why they are not interfering with other functions. They are not interfering with global scope, and this is how it will protect my code. The same concept of this is applied at node.js. Let me open my page. You can see this is our module which is printing actor. Okay, now before module or before the code in module is executed, node will wrap it inside another function which will provide modular scope, which you already saw that, and that function is called IIFE, which is immediately invoked function expression. You can see I have written here, it will allow us to repeat variable or function names without conflicts. Okay, now let me scroll down. You can see this function will have 5 parameters. Those are exports, require, module, file name and directory name. First thing is these 2 variables, which is file name and directory name, which contains the current file name and current directory name of the module that you are writing the code. That means this one guys, this box1.js, where is this file is located and what is the directory path of that file. So that is all this file name and directory name is about. Okay, these are just variables that will contain the data. Okay, and module, this module is an object, JavaScript object, which will represent current module which you are working or which you are writing the code. Okay, and it contains metadata about module. Okay, and this require is a function that is used to load other modules. We have already seen that we have required modules, right? That's all it is about. Now we have one more thing, that is exports. This is an object that is used to expose variables, functions or code from the module. We have already seen that. Okay, so this is how modular scope will work guys. This is how module will achieve its scope. It will use the concept of IIFE, and that is how our code will be protected. Okay, we will understand more things about this IIFE in a separate video, but for now I just wanted you guys to understand what is this modular scope, how the code is protected, how it is working behind the scenes. Okay, I hope you guys understood the concept. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, please give it a like and subscribe guys. Thank you.